Hello everybody, my name is Nick Belgriff, and today I'm going to be talking about some early church members known as the Cappadocian Four. Now the Cappadocian Four are from the region of Cappadocia, which is in modern-day Turkey, and they lived in the 4th century. Those members consist of two brothers, Basil the Great and Gregory of Nyssa, their older sister, Macrina the Younger, and then the fourth member, Gregory of Nazianzus, who met Basil as one of Basil's students. Now, Basil dedicated his life to a monastic community that he started, and he eventually became the bishop of Caesarea. Gregory was also a bishop in Nyssa. Both of these men gave up their jobs that they were pursuing all their life to pursue a life dedicated to God. Now, their older sister Macrina helped shape a lot of their thinking and a lot of their faith, and a lot of their teachings came through Macrina. Some of the stuff that Macrina was known for is her life of virginity and her dedication to God, and she turned her family home into a monastic community. Now, Gregory of Nazianzus was also the bishop of Nazianzus. So some of the stuff that the teachings that they taught were along the lines of what the Trinity was. At the time, there was a lot of confusion on the Trinity. Now, at the Council of Nicaea, they were able to fully affirm the divinity of Christ, but there was still a lot of confusion on who the Holy Spirit was. Now, Basil explained that the Holy Spirit was divine because he was given the description of holy, which in the Old Testament only God the Father was given that description. And not only that, but he explained that the Spirit was able to do the same things that God did, and that only God was able to do. He used scriptures such as 2 Thessalonians 2:13, which says, "Because from the beginning God has chosen you for salvation through sanctification by the Spirit and through belief in the truth." And so we know that sanctification is only something that God can do for us. And we know that the Holy Spirit is the one who sanctifies us. So we are able to know that the Holy Spirit is God because he is able to do something only God can do. Now, Macrina the Younger also had a lot of impact at that time, which while she was on her deathbed, she was talking to her brother Gregory, and she was pointing out things such as that all of the seen things around us are dependent on the unseen, which is God. And a lot of that is through the Holy Spirit that is inside of us. Now, there's a lot of progress with the divinity of the Holy Spirit, and it finally came to affirmation in the Council of Constantinople, which they finally affirmed the divinity of the Holy Spirit. And both Gregory of Nyssa and Gregory of Nazianzus were in attendance at the council and played a big role in that. Now, once they were able to fully affirm the divinity of the Holy Spirit, there became a lot of confusion on if Christians were worshiping a kind of tritheism or polytheism. And so the members of the Cappadocian Four had to make sure that they were able to explain the Trinity and still be a monotheistic point of view. So one of the things that they focused on was the distinctions between the members of the Trinity, and that is in who they were. And so Gregory of Nazianzus stated that the personal name of the unoriginate is Father, of the eternal begotten is Son, of what has issued or proceeds without generation, the Holy Spirit. And so Gregory was really trying to define and describe the rules and the actions of the Trinity. One of the things is that they all have unity in the work of God. Gregory of Nyssa wrote, "Every operation which extends from God to creation has its origin from the Father and proceeds through the Son, and is perfected in the Holy Spirit. In every action from God, all three members are working." And so that is able to help us today fully understand who the Trinity is, the work of the Trinity, knowing that they are three different persons, but they are all one God. And so we're able to use the teaching of the Cappadocian Four to fully defend the Trinity, to teach about the Trinity, and to understand who the Trinity is.